everybody, welcome to episode number 39 of the Trading to Glory. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. But if you guys could, let's see if we can smash 1,000 likes on another Sunday episode. Obviously, it goes up on Monday, but I recorded on Sunday, and what we know happens on Sunday is squad battle rewards. But I don't only want to focus on that. I also want to focus on a little bit of talking about what happens to OTWs during Black Friday and how those trends are going to look in comparison to last year. Also, what we can expect with the fact that there is a big international break here for a couple weeks, so how that is going to affect the cards as well. So last night I did sell my Walker. I had to get him out of the club. There was no reason for me to hold that card any longer, even though I only got my coins back on this Walker. It was a great idea to sell him because he's now down to about 175k, and the reason for that is the combination of the fact that there is going to be an international break, and obviously games aren't hyped up as much for getting informs during the international break, especially when most of these games are going to be friendlies. So that's not really going to be so hyped up. They're not going to be going up in price, and especially as we get closer to Black Friday, we're going to see a huge tank in prices for OTWs if they haven't even already tanked yet. So we're also going to talk about like Mbappe and Salah and some of the other OTWs that have a possibility of getting into Team of the Week 8 and what would happen to their price if they didn't, and when to buy cards, when to sell these OTWs as well. So I got that out of the club, got our coins for it. We're at 1.2 million coins. We sold our Lecomtes last night for 21k each. As you guys remember, we got all these cards for about 12 to 13k. Then I sold my Bernardo Silvas, and in total, we had one more Silva. I accidentally cleared the one Silva off my transfer list. So we had 6 Silvas, and in total, off of 6 Bernardo Silvas, we made 20,000 coins off of a simple investment. So easy coins there, and then we sold everybody we got in our marquee matchup packs as well for the rest of those cards. So let's go ahead and clear our sold items, look at what we have left, a couple of those guys from the packs yesterday that we opened from marquee matchups, and then our Bastos, our Fulcrugs, our Moyes, and do we have anything else? It looks like those are the only players. We've got one Brandt here, who we are making profit on because he's up to like 23,000 coins. We got him for 16k, but ultimately it's just Dost, Moy, and Fulkrug are the only players we have left. So let's go ahead and take a look at Moy before we get started. So Moy is a card that we obviously invested in for the Player of the Month hype. We got every single one of them for 23 to 24,000 coins. Every single one, and we got 8 of them. So right now he's going for about 29,000 coins. So if we were to sell every single one, let's say for 6k profit right now, we would make 6 times 8, which would be 60 or 48,000 coins in total on these 8 Moy cards. So easy coins there. Then we've got Bas Dost, who hasn't risen quite as much yet. And I say yet because he's going to continue to rise. Right now, he is slowly rising in price. He's up to 32k. We've seen him down at about 30,500 coins about 2 days ago. So he's slowly creeping his way up. And the reason he's not rising as much as you might want him to, or as much as I even want him to, is because simply he has a lot of supply from Halloween. There's a lot of people who packed him. There's a lot of supply because he was in packs during the Halloween promotion, and a lot of people invested in him. I don't know if I would go as far to say that it was over investing, considering that he hasn't tanked in price, he hasn't dropped, but it has made it a little bit more difficult for him to rise in price with this much supply. But you got to consider the fact that as the supply continues to get lower and lower, the longer we wait, the demand is going to stay the same. He's still the cheapest 85 rated inform in the game by at least 6,000 coins in comparison to another card that was out during the Halloween promotion, Inform Aspas. So we don't have to worry about anything. The longer we wait, the more this Bas Dost is going to rise. So we should just be patient at this point. So that's what we're going to do. And then Fulkrug, he didn't work out as well as we wanted him to. I didn't anticipate. Well, I did anticipate. I was just hoping that it wouldn't happen, that there would be a German inform in this Team of the Week. But it looks like Fulkrug is over 14,000 coins now, which is higher than what he's been. So we're in the profit range right now. We could make like 1 to 2k per card, considering we got most of them for like 12 to 13,000 coins. But ultimately, I would like to have seen him go higher. But since there was a German inform in this Team of the Week, it did kind of prevent his card from going up as much because people are buying Schaefer or Schaffler as an investment rather than buying the full Krug from last week. But ultimately, we'll still make profit. We'll be okay. So let's go ahead and get into talking about ones to watch cards. Now, a couple of episodes ago, you guys saw me flip a Lukaku card that I bought for 805,000 coins. I was able to get him for 805k. I flipped him for 908,000 coins. So after tax, when we sold him for 908k, that was at least 60k profit after tax. And that's what we sold him for, was 908,000 coins. But after today's game, where it was 1-0 against Chelsea, Lukaku didn't score, Man U lost, he's down to under 750,000 coins, and that card isn't even selling right now. This card has absolutely tanked in price. So the question that arises is, when is he going to hit his bottom? And that's the time to buy. When is that going to be? In episode 38, we talked about icons. So in episode 39, this episode, I want to talk about ones to watch cards and how their fluctuation moves after games, during games, and what's going to happen. We already talked about a little bit what's going to happen on Black Friday, but I want to talk about their fluctuation on game day, so you guys can get a better feel for this. Now, we've kind of touched on this briefly, but we definitely haven't gone in depth in it, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. We've got the ones to watch pulled up. Again, I'm using the market index on Footbin, and we're using index ones to watch right here. So we can see the ones to watch fluctuation. We're going to start on Friday, where it's like 102 here, and it's pretty, stable throughout the day. There are peaks and troughs, but ultimately it doesn't go above 103. It doesn't go below 100, so that's pretty stable. Yesterday, we should see a rise because we're getting closer to the time when OTWs are actually playing, so we can see it gets up to 104 at points, almost 105, not quite, and then today it does reach up 105 during games, and then 106 even. And then as you can see, as the games come to an end, a huge decline in prices. Huge decline in prices. And this doesn't just happen on weeks like this. Now, obviously, there's a big drop today just because it's a combination of there being an international break, there being Black Friday soon, and the games ending. But ultimately, this is how it is every single week. So what you would want to do is buy during this trial right here, and it's still like not even a terrible time to buy. Even by the time you guys are watching this, it wouldn't be like terrible in general for a week-to-week trading. Now, obviously, it's a little bit different because they're on international break, and we already know how to adapt to that. I already explained it. But on a normal week, I'm saying, it would be a good time to buy these cards right when they hit this trial right here late on Sunday, but before Squad Battle Rewards. So you can go ahead and scroll down. You see that the market, it says it's chilling, but if you looked at it earlier, it would have definitely been below 40%. And as you can see, there are only 6 cards, only 6 of every single OTW that are up in price at all, and those are players that performed well in their game. Salah, he performed well. Traore, I believe, had a goal and an assist. Morata played well. Mbappe played well on the wing. James Rodriguez had 2 assists. All those cards are up in price simply because they had good games. Every single other card has tanked a ton. You've got 7 cards here that are down by over 10% of their price, which is huge. And you've got Federico Bernardeschi here down to 31,000. That's 17% of what his price is normally. Lukaku, almost 16% of what his price is normally. 15% of what Alexander Lacazette's price is normally. Will they ever recover back to what they were? Probably, especially if they have a good game. But ultimately, these are such good times to buy the cards, and right here is like great times to sell depending on what card you have. Obviously, some of the games were played yesterday, like I believe Morata's game. No, Morata was today, but Kylian Mbappe was yesterday, so you would want to sell those into the hype on those days or maybe the night before. But ultimately, if I were able to scroll back all the way to like Tuesday, which I guess I can't go hour by hour, but if you take a look at the daily graph of it, and you look at what it is like earlier in the week, take a look at Thursday, pretty low, and then every single Sunday, they're super low. Like, obviously, earlier in the year, they were more expensive, but you can see that every single Sunday, they're really low. There was a Sunday, October 22nd, really low on that Sunday. Sunday, October 29th, really low on that Sunday. And then today is Sunday as well. And you can see it's the same thing. The index is going to be like 99 once that Sunday one updates here in a few hours. You know, Sunday right here. That wasn't cheaper than the Saturday this time around, but still very, very cheap on the Sunday. So essentially, hopefully that gives you guys a better idea on when to buy OTWs, which OTWs to buy, and when, you know, what to do with cards that don't do well in their games, because these cards will recover in price. They're guaranteed to recover in price into a hype of a big game. Like, let's say that Arsenal would be playing Manchester United. Both of these cards, Lukaku and Lacazette, would both rise a ton going into that game. It's a big game, obviously. That's you know, what if Juve was playing Roma? Bernadeschi would definitely be more than 31,000 coins. So that's ultimately what I'm trying to say here. Squad Battle rewards are now out. They did drop an hour earlier because of the time change, and right now people are opening their packs. So what I want to get into is something that has been being talked about in the community quite a bit recently, which is Tech Avion, which is originally a French trading method, and they've been using that in their community for the past couple years, and it's now just starting to hit the English community here. I know Obala talked about it. If you guys know him, Obala talked about it a little bit on his channel, and it's been on a ton of French YouTubers' channels, and it seems even after all these French YouTubers have gotten hundreds of thousands of views on these videos, that this Tech Avion method still works for them. So what I want to do is put it to the test today, just so we can get an idea, what will it work? So, for you guys that don't know what Tech Avion is, essentially, you're going to go ahead and take a player. It really doesn't matter exactly what player it is. Now, you would want a card that's being used in Weekend League, but I'm going to focus on cards that go between 20 and 100k, and players that are definitely used in a lot of Weekend League squads. So, I mean, Azpilicueta, he's a decent card for this, right? He's a decent center back. He's got good stats. He's from Chelsea, Spain. He's used in Weekend League. So, since there are squad battle rewards out right now, I think I can get better deals so that we could make this Tech Avion method work a little bit better. But essentially what it is we're not going to search for simply cards that are fresh, because most of them are going to be fresh during squad battle rewards. I want to search for cards that have shadow card or anchor on them. And then what we'll do is we'll send them to the club. We'll go ahead and make sure that they have 99 contract and 99 fitness, and then we'll list them back up on the market for more than what they actually go for to see if they sell. Not technically to a lazy buyer, but to somebody who wants to have kind of a juiced up Azpilicueta, or if you would want to get an attacker, maybe like, I don't know, Ericsson, you would want a Hunter card or a Catalyst or an Artist card on the Ericsson, but also 99 contracts, 99 fitness. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a go. We'll see if it works for us, and if it does, you guys can use it if you want. If it doesn't, then obviously I wouldn't recommend using it. So let's go ahead and see if it does work. Alright, I just picked up two Azpilicuetas here, one for 39.5, one for 40k. His card is overall going for 41k right now. So obviously if I were to list that for 41k, I'd be losing some coins after tax. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over, send them to the club. Obviously I can only send one at a time. I'm going to add the contracts, add the fitness, list them up for maybe 46,000 coins, see if they sell. If it does, Tech Avion works. If it doesn't, then we can maybe be a little bit more speculative of if this method works or not. Obviously, we've seen a lot of proof that it does actually work, so I don't want to say it doesn't work if it simply doesn't work for us on this occasion. But overall, if they do not sell, then I wouldn't consider it one of the most efficient trading methods of the year. And I picked up a buy here for 42,000, also with an anchor on it. Unfortunately, I missed one with a shadow card on it, but he's going for like 43,000 coins right now. So we're going to go ahead and send him to the club, add these contracts and fitnesses, and go and list him for maybe 46,000 coins as well. Our next card here is going to be Kolasinac, who I got with a shadow card on him, and he's already at left back. So this is one of the cards that I think Tech Avion is going to work really well with right now. He goes for about 71,000 coins, but considering I got him with shadow and at left back, I think I could easily go ahead and add on these contracts. He's already at 99 fitness and be able to sell that on for a lot more coins. The Tech Avion experiment has been set up here for these defenders. That's who I'm going to go with today. We've got Azpilicueta here, who I got for 39k. We've got another Azpi for 40k right there, trying to sell them on for about 46,000. We got one buy here with an anchor for 42k. We got a buy here with a Sentinel, 41k, and then a Kolasinac here for 71 with a shadow on it. And obviously some of these are only making, you know, a few thousand coin profit, but ultimately I'm not here to make bank on this method right now. I just want to see if it's going to work for us. So if some of these cards sell, even if it's only like 2 of the 5, that would pretty much give us proof that yes, this does work. So we're going to go ahead and get into the Sunday bidding method now. And if you guys don't know what that is, go ahead and check out episode 19 where I explain it fully. We're going to get into that, see if we can get some good deals and make some profit there. Per usual, we ended up getting quite a bit of cards on bid for very good prices. I focused on cards that are needed for the new League squad building challenges and also for the new Icon SBC. So Kolo Zajac, he normally goes for, almost 2,000 coins, so I was able to get quite a bit of him. Same thing for Willy Bali here. Got him for, every single card here is 900 coins or less. We were able to get a lot of those. I got a Karaoke here for 500 coins. I also picked up a couple snipes that I already sent to my transfer list. A couple more Balis here, even as low as 450 coins, which I believe we'll be able to flip for probably at least 1,400 coins by tomorrow. We've got a couple more Kolo Zajacs right here for 950. Then on the next page, I picked up some Vander Heidens, who is obviously needed in the Air to VC SBC, and we were able to pick him up for 900 coins and less, even as low as 600 coins. So Azpilicueta actually sold with the first hour he was listed, and he sold for almost 46,000 coins, and he did have a shadow card on him. It doesn't give an active or a accurate visual here for what it actually was, but it did have a shadow card on him, 99 contract, 99 fitness, and he sold for almost 46,000 coins, and since we got him for, I believe it was 39,000 coins, that is a nice bit of profit there for the Tech Avion method. So even though the other 4 didn't sell the first time around, I went ahead, I listed them up again. The Eric Buys, the Kolasinac wasn't going to sell because he actually dropped in price after we bought him. We might actually lose a couple thousand coins on the Kolasinac, not because the Tech Avion method doesn't work, but simply because we bought him at a terrible time. But Azpilicueta and Buy, we actually should end up making profit on them. So if this isn't proof for the Tech Avion method working, because I mean, considering we only bought 5 cards, and within the first hour, one of them sold, plus it was really late at night, and really not a great time to sell cards, because obviously with the squad battle rewards, it's not a great time to sell cards. It would probably work better to sell cards into like the weekend league hype on maybe Thursdays and Fridays, and that's when this method would probably work the best. At least that's my take on it. So as I said at the beginning of the video, can we smash 1,000 likes? That would be absolutely amazing. Also, I'm going to go ahead and link in the, not in the description, I'll just go ahead and pin a comment down below. Basically, it's the Discord channel for you guys to use for a kind of a trading resource. We've got over 200 people active in that chat, like at all times, almost 2,000 people in total. And you can also check out my other social medias right there. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Obviously I stream every day on Twitch. My Twitter, I'm pretty active there as well, so I can go ahead and interact with you guys on those social medias. But anyways, thank you guys so much for the support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.